Good morning, agents. Find me here at Northeast Park. I am in the runabout today. I don't know what I'm going to call that thing, but runabout seems as appropriate as any name. Here because there are no there are not enough green fields in St. Paul for me to finish my challenge. So I came over here to Minneapolis and stopped here to take a quick break. It does seem that the Enlightened agent who likes to run this area is around. He was linking to the last portal I killed as I killed it, which was funny, and it gave me an extra field. I only need like 8 more fields, but I have a lot of bursters, so I'm going to try to use them up here, and then maybe I have an opportunity to actually farm some gear, because I am very light on gear right now, especially resonators. So it'd be good to have an opportunity to up that a little bit. I did some hygiene stuff last night. I moved things around, put some keys in key lockers and all that, recharged a bunch of stuff. So I have space, but I'd like more space, and then I'd like to go farm. So that's the plan for today. Hopefully there will be some good game footage of me cleaning up the green mess around here, and later on I'm gonna have to make some fields, so I'll bring you back for that as well. I'll check in with you later. Howdy again, agents. This is Ridgeway Parkway Park. Stopped here to use the porta potty there. It's very convenient for when I'm on these smashing runs in the northeast area. Just parked here, figured I'd take a break. Took out most of the cemetery that you can see over across the street here. And then this was a portal that had a couple of links coming off of it. In fact, right before I smashed it again, local Enlightened agent was throwing a link to it, so I am actively disrupting his plans. Whatever he thought today was, it's now going to be different, but at the same time, I'm giving him an opportunity to finish his field challenge, so that's good. Back into the car here, and then the next stop is another cemetery. There's like 2 cemeteries next to each other. For some reason, you can't go between the 2, so you have to go like around the parkway, and it's a huge pain. Anyways, I know this pretty well. I've done this before. So I'm going to go smash that and then head probably across New Brighton Boulevard and get some extra stuff cleaned up north of there, because there's, this whole sort of corridor is just infested with green links. It's nasty. I'm going to get rid of as much as I can before I run out of bursters. See you in a bit. All right, agents, checking in here again. I'm at Audubon Park in Northeast Minneapolis, and just stopped here to stretch my legs, get a quick break. There's still some stuff to the north of here that I'm going to try to clear out again, but I am kind of running out of targets, honestly. I thought it would take a little bit more than what I have. There's a lot of construction on Lowry Avenue, so there's some stuff that I can't quite get from over here. It makes it more complicated, but there's a few portals that escape my wrath, and that's okay. I'll take the stuff out that's north of here, and then I'm going to head back home and regroup and see where I'm at. If I want to focus on doing the fielding event and finishing that, I think that's probably what I'll do first. I do have some other stuff to try to accomplish in between, but it should be pretty quick, and I will get back into, ingress stuff very soon. So, stay tuned. Alright, agents. I've had a bit of a rest. I actually went and recorded a video for my other channel. Link in the description if you want to go check that out. Now I'm back in my sort of home neighborhood. I am at the Oxford Community Center and Jimmy Lee play area, and I can't remember what the field is called, but there's a different name for the field. There's too many names for this place. Anywho, point is, local frog came through and obligingly did just enough damage that I could actually make some new fields, but not enough damage that, like, I didn't have a base to work on. So I'm going to rebuild, hopefully better, and get my fields done for the campaign and get some AP so I can level up. I mean, I already hit level 9 today. I don't think I mentioned that in one of these pieces yet, but I can get some of the way towards level 10, hopefully. That would be useful. So I'm gonna get to it. I'll come back to you later with a progress update. Alright, agents. I am now back at home, as you can see, in the Intel den. as I guess I'm going to call it from now on. Just finished fielding up some of what the local Enlightened destroyed. I was just about to take a look at intel here. Yeah, it looks like I filled in most of the gaps. So I'm pretty happy with that. I got about, 300, 400k AP towards level 10, so I've definitely, I've made some progress. I'm definitely not there, but I'm getting there. There is, see if I can, yeah, okay, intel just updated. Looks like if things stay the same tomorrow, there's still a few things that I could fill in to my east, and then I've still got work that I can do expanding out eastward and probably northward as well. So there's plenty of work to do, just a matter of getting to it. And I didn't get to farm today, so if I went to somewhere to farm, that would be probably a smart idea. Somewhere that has some level 6 and level 7 portals would be ideal, because I'm a little light on those. But yeah, it all depends on what I'm feeling tomorrow and everything. As for the rest of today, it's not even 3 yet, honestly. I'm doing pretty well. I have an errand to run, and I'm hoping I can finish my kinetic capsules with that, because I have one more kinetic capsule to claim before I am finished with the campaign. But other than that, I'm good to go. So it's just a matter of, walking like another 1.5 kilometers or so. It shouldn't be that big of a deal, especially on the scooters. Now, the other thing, well, there's a few other things to mention. First of all, a little while ago, I teased that I had created a new set of agent cards. And today, I am happy to say, I will share it with you. Looks like this. It's a little difficult to see, but it got my name on there, Resistance. I actually didn't use a template for this one. I looked at the template, and I kind of took a look at like what I could do with it, but it was not based on the template. This is the back. The text on there is a little hard to read unless you look real hard, so that's my bad. But the QR code there goes to this YouTube channel, so no worries, you don't need to scan it. You're already here. Just make sure you're subscribed. Smooth transition there. So that's the other thing. If you ever meet me in person, make sure you ask for one of these. I keep them in my vest pocket here, so I should always have some on hand. And if I don't, and we're at a live event or something, I'll make sure I've got the remainder, like the backups, in the RV, the link weaver, so that I can bring them to you. And that's not going to be the only agent card I create. I'll probably go and make some more next month or so. I don't want to make them all at once just because I want there to be some novelty in it. But I do want to have agent cards for my cats because they are part of the Ingress community as well. I want to have an agent card for the link weaver. I might also create agent cards for the scooters. I don't know how crazy I want to get with it, but my initial thought was that they could be rewards for the Patreon. If you wanted to support me on Patreon, you would get an agent card mailed to you. And I'm still happy to do that. It's not really a reward that I'm requiring people to do. It's basically just, right now, if you DM me on Patreon and you're a supporter, I will happily mail you an agent card. But I don't think I'm going to make them monthly rewards like I was initially planning to. I think that's probably a bit much to do. So that's another thing to mention. And I guess the other thing to talk about is just the campaign in general. I mean, there's been a lot of thinking about the campaign and how it's been going and whether it is sort of accomplishing what it needs to accomplish. And I think for me, I tend to agree a little bit with some of the discussion that's been on Reddit. I saw that there was a post there in particular saying that the campaign badges should be separate from the anomaly badges, and I absolutely agree. The fact of the matter is, if you go to an anomaly, that should be a unique thing. Excuse me. Oh. My sinuses are killing me. It should be a unique thing if you go to an anomaly. You should get a unique reward for that, as opposed to simply getting points to a badge that other people will be able to get without ever going to an anomaly. And I think for plus beta, the scuttlebutt that I hear is that it will be very difficult, if not impossible, to get the gold level plus beta badge without going to an anomaly. So I feel pretty good about that because I'm going to an anomaly. But other people maybe are going to be a little upsetty because they aren't going to be able to go to an anomaly. Either they don't have the budget, they can't find the time, or whatever. And like that definitely depresses participation in some of these larger events. And that hurts the factions, certainly, but it also hurts the game. It means that people are less motivated to play the game. It means that people are less motivated to help their faction. So, what's the solution? Like the person on Reddit said, separate the two. If you can't make it to an anomaly, that's too bad. I'm sorry to hear that, but you will not get the anomaly badge. Just like we used to do, when we did in-person check-ins for anomalies way back in the before times, there was a check-in desk for Niantic that you would go to. You would say, hello, this is my agent name, here's my scanner, please give me my swag and my rewards, and they'll give you all of that, and they will also give you like a loadout card that gives you the badge for that anomaly. And that was a great system, I think. So we could very easily go back to that with just a slight change to it. There could simply be a portal that you have to hack once and you get the anomaly badge. That would be a lot easier. And you could do that anytime during the entire weekend, which makes it a lot easier for people who go to an anomaly but aren't necessarily in the field as like a foot agent. Like if you're in a car or if you're in a scooter, like there's a decent chance that you're not going to be in the play box for the entire anomaly. You're a support team. The entire point is that you're able to move to different places quickly, and those places might not necessarily be inside the play box. So people who are doing that sort of work for an anomaly, they won't get the anomaly badge right now. Like they won't get as many points right now based on the bounty system. So if you gave them a single portal that they could hack to check in or register or whatever you want to call it, that would be a lot easier. Also, points of contact used to get codes that they could send to their intel operators, their recharge rooms, and so on, that would give people the badge if they supported remotely. And that gave an option for people who weren't necessarily able to budget for a trip or couldn't get the time off to travel for an entire long weekend, but they were able to dedicate, 3 or 4 hours of their lives to support remotely. And I think that would be an excellent thing to return to. Give people the option to participate remotely in a way that is useful to their faction. That does require a lot more overhead on Niantic's part. So that's probably not what they're going to do. But the first part, at least, separating the badges is probably a good thing. And back to that separation, like if you can't make it to the anomaly, you can still get a cool badge by competing in the campaigns. If you dedicate yourself to local play and you go out and you complete the campaigns every day, you should be able to get a cool badge. Absolutely. It shouldn't be an anomaly badge. It should be different. And that's similar to some of the challenge badges that they've done. Like, I can't remember what all of them were, but there were like special challenges like deploying into unique resonator slots. That was a cool badge. There was one that was, I think, even deploying into unique mod slots, potentially. That was a cool badge. Destroying unique resonator slots, like that's wild, but it's a separate badge. Like they could do something similar and it wouldn't contribute to like an explosion of badges. It would just be getting, you'd just be getting 2 badges a quarter for gameplay, which a maximum, which isn't too bad, really. I mean, certainly a lot of people buy that many or much, much more each quarter off the store, and this is basically supporting Niantic not monetarily, but with sort of a gameplay incentive. It keeps people in the game, which keeps people buying core, which keeps people buying some of those those cosmetic badges that they like, and that's all okay. Anyways, those are my thoughts on the matter. Overall, the campaign was good. I've said what I would want to improve with it in the future. I don't know that Niantic will listen, but it's worth a shot, right? Finally, I do have an announcement. I think I hinted that I'm going to be going to a First Saturday this weekend, and since it is the end of the campaign, I will tease now. I am going to Appleton, Wisconsin to see my friends over there and see if I can't get some leveling up done, because I definitely need the help. Getting to level 10 would be very nice at this point, and if I do that before then maybe I can make it to level 11. We'll see. But that is my goal for this weekend, so if you are in the Appleton area, then come on around, grab yourself an agent card, because I'll be there and I'll be passing them out, and hopefully we all get to hang out and have a good time, especially if you're blue. Well, that's all I have. I did want to make sure that I got a long monologue to this to the camera this time around, because I do have a lot of in-game footage today, so wanted to make sure I had enough time that could play out. But I did also have a lot to say, as it turned out. So that's the situation. I'm going to go and edit this video and release it as quickly as I can, and hopefully I can get my RV back today or tomorrow, because right now the Linkweaver is still stuck out in the suburbs, and I gotta go get it back. Man, it's silly to have the thing just stuck. I don't like it, and I definitely need it back for this weekend. But that's all the news is fit to print. Agents, I'll see you tomorrow for a normal gameplay video, probably, unless I decide to do something a little bit more creative. But yeah, that's really all I've got to say for now, so I'll see you tomorrow. Bye-bye.